Bare root plants come in a variety of different shapes and sizes. It could be flowers like the ones I've got here, the bowl of beauty peony, or maybe it's the Aramurus, also known as the foxtail lily. But it could also be things like your grow your owns, your fruit trees, your apples, your pears, your cherry trees, or maybe even peaches as well. The principles of planting are all fairly similar, and I'm going to talk you through all of those. But what is a bare root and what are the benefits to us as gardeners? A bare root is a dormant plant that's been kept in cold storage, which means it's kept in this dormant state. The benefits to us are, well, you pay less for them. You're not paying for the pot, the compost, the amount of time it's taken somebody to grow them on, so it's a much more economical way of gardening. The maintenance after planting is much less than a potted plant because you're only planting these in autumn and winter. And thirdly, you tend to get a larger selection. A lot of varieties aren't available as potted plants. Now, the first step to planting a bare root is to give it a really good drink. What you need to do is put it into a bowl of water or a bucket of water and give it a soak overnight. That really wakes the plant up, and then you can get on with your planting. Now, each plant is going to come with its own specific guidance on how and where it needs to be planted. Whether it's going into a ground or going into the pot, make sure you've got some really good compost. Our premium professional compost is the absolute best, and then we can get on with planting. When planting peonies, it's important to look at the depth you're planting. They don't want to be too deep or too shallow because ultimately that will mean that you don't get as many flowers, if any at all. So you're aiming for between 3 to 5 centimetres below the soil surface, and any of those beautiful bud points that you can see, have them pointing upwards as much as possible. So I've filled a pot with the premium professional compost. I'm aiming for 3 to 5 centimetres, buds pointing up, and I can cover that over. It doesn't need any extra winter protection because that will add layers on top of the compost, and we don't want to plant it too deep. The Aramurus is very similar. I'm going into the pot and container, so I'm just going to make a little planting hole, and I'm going to spread those roots out so that they can reach for the moisture, reach for the nutrients, and just cover with the compost. What I will do next is water those in, and ultimately I can now pretty much ignore those. The important thing to remember with bare roots is that they are going to stay dormant over winter. They're going to focus on getting those roots in without having to support leaves and flowers, which is why planting bare roots can be amazing for the actual plants and give you even bigger and better results. They may take a year to establish, but you'll be so happy that you've planted that bare root. So why plant bare roots? Well, it's very simple. They are more cost effective, so it's a wonderful way as a gardener to fill your garden without spending loads of money. There's a bigger variety available as bare roots as well, so you can fill your garden with as much colour and variety as you want. And it's such a simple and easy process. If you can plant a bulb, you can plant a bare root. So why not fill your garden with those wonderful bare roots and shop our range here at YouGarden?